Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a first look at the Book of Plagues, a dark strategy experience where survival, tough decisions, and managing a spreading plague are key to staying alive. Huge thanks to the developers and publisher for providing a key via Keymailer so I can check this out and share it with you all. Let's jump in and see, can we actually stop the plague? Death is nothing to us, for when we are, death has not come, and when death has come, we are not. Is that what it said? I don't know. It just popped up. I don't have any saves, buddy. If your undertaker has passed away, it means that now it's your turn to dig graves. Successful treatment of patients enhances your reputation in the city, while failures undermine it. Almost every patient you treat changes the final picture of the city of Ludwig. The streets of the cities were deserted. Black Death did not spare anyone it could reach. The victims of the terrible epidemic were millions of people in different parts of the world. In the beginning, the dead were tried to be buried, but there were so many of them that there was simply no room outside the gates of the castles and outside the walls of cities. So it was decided to burn the plague corpses. Bonfires of household items, rags, and human flesh burned in the squares day and night. The rich and the poor were consigned to oblivion, along with all their belongings, in order to stop the spread of the pestilence. A merciless hunt for rats began. Hordes of rodents were destroyed by fire, along with the grain barns where the small vectors of disease found shelter. A terrible famine came. The bravest of healers decided to challenge the deadly disease. They practiced different kinds of treatment, disposed of the dead, and searched for ways to cure the sick of the Black Death for a coin. The small town of Ludwig has yet to face a plague epidemic, but the devil's disease is already closing in on its inhabitants. The poor quarters has its first victims. In this connection, the scientist doctor arrives in Ludwig with an order for his appointment. Will the new chief healer bring salvation, or will he leave the inhabitants to be torn apart by a terrible contagion? It's loading. If a patient has a cough, fever, and is half decomposed, they are probably contagious. Diets play an important role in combating the Black Death epidemic. Each week, the scientist doctor can choose one of 3 decrees to curb the spread of the disease. Let's go. Take a newspaper, kind sir. Are you new to our town? Only I have the latest news. Did you know that the Black Death has come to Ludwig? Plague in the city. I can take a newspaper. The scientist doctor has arrived in town. In connection with the appearance of the first signs of the plague in the city, the burgomaster announces the appointment of a new scientist doctor. He is tasked with fighting the epidemic together with members of the city magistrate. In addition to his main duties, the physician will see patients daily, from morning to evening prayers. Let us wish him luck in his difficult work. I'm a man. Plague has come to the poor neighborhoods. We regret to inform you that the plague has reached our town. The unfortunate man in the poor quarter, the local healer, was unable to help him, and he died. We sincerely hope that this is the first and last victim of the plague. The tournament will take place. The annual night tournament, organized by the Merchants Guild, will still take place this year. Young squires will be able to prove that they are worthy of the title of knight, and knights will have the opportunity to fight for the hand of the most beautiful woman in the city of Ludwig. The magistrate will announce the date of the tournament shortly. The scientist doctor is obliged to care for the townspeople and take weekly measures against the plague. Choose one of 3 options for the edict. Remember, sometimes good deeds require ungodly decisions. Our beautiful city has experienced the first cases of plague. By the authority vested in me by the magistrate and burgomaster of Ludwig, I isolate Plague patients in separate room in the infirmaries. Feed the infected through the windows and do not approach them. Lock down houses where plague victims have been found and post guards to restrict people from leaving the infected houses. To assign caregiver from among the Sister of Mercy to those infected with the plague and to provide decent care for the sick. Isolate plague patients in a separate room in the infirmaries. I think isolation. What a hole! Caw-caw. I am Ravenbane, your friend and advisor. Here we will perform the magic of healing. Press the patient button to call in the patient. Halt, Tenhut! The regimental surgeon swore my guts were mustered out of line, but I'll wager it was that fishmonger who sold me rotten goods. Help me get back in the ranks. Let me examine you. Ludwig is a port town and everyone eats fish for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Before the night could be laid on the couch, he ran to the latrine, rattling his armor and spewing curses. All because the armor does not provide for such runs, and to remove it without help is long and difficult, especially when driven by need. The Guardian is responsible for the passage of people through the city gates, and his work is very important for the safety of inhabitants. Here? It's time to heal. The fragile flower is the patient's health, and you need to save it. Dodge attacks by controlling the flower with the WASD keys. So we just got a little bit of indigestion. We got a bit of indigestion. Every mistake you make takes away one red petal from the flower, but that's okay. Because if there's even one left at the end of the treatment, the patient will be cured. Oh god, we're going again. Oh god. It's like Undertale! No! I didn't know the fin would hit me. If the fragile flower loses all its petals, the treatment will end and the patient will be dissatisfied. He will not give any coins and will slightly damage the doctor's reputation, which is displayed as a red bar at the top of the screen. I've got this. However, it is not always bad treatment that leads to a negative outcome in the future, but it will definitely lead to something. The syringes show the number of treatments required for recovery. Oh, there's one left. We just not gotta get hit by the fin. There we go. Got him. Good job. Now the Sentinel will spread good rumours about you, and we've earned some coins. They'll be useful for buying ingredients and improving the lab. Very nice. At ease. I'm feeling much better. Thank you, good doctor, for returning me to duty. Accept this reward for your labours. About face, forward march. Later, hater. Patient, doctor, have pity on this poor tramp. My whole body aches and coughs like my gut is bursting. I'll die soon if you refuse me. I have no money at all, but I'll dedicate all my prayers to the crippled god. We do get positivity for treating him. The vagrant reeks of sweat, decay, and unwashed poverty. His bare feet are covered with dirt and crusts, and lice swarm his tangled hair, but he does not seem to notice it. For every cough he utters seems to burst from the depths of his belly, shaking his withered body. His forehead is hot, and his eyes are foggy with fever. It couldn't be clearer. He has pneumonia, and the days are counting. I'll try and cure him. The vagrant isn't exactly in good health, and has already lost some of his fragile flower petals. That happens. You can replenish his health by clicking aspirin in the first aid kit. We have some in stock. Aspirin. Oh god, this is sans Undertale. Don't sweat on me! There are other medications besides aspirin. You can learn about them by a prescription and prepare them in the Book of Plagues between patient appointments by clicking on the book in the lower left corner of the screen. Makes sense. The rules of the game may change. The icon indicates that the game mode has changed and free movement is not possible. Press space or B on the gamepad to jump. No, I ran into it. Adapting to changing conditions is the most important skill needed in healing. It may be confusing at first, but once you unlock more recipes and stock up on medicines, it will be much easier. Oh lord. We did it! We didn't earn any coins, but we did a good deed. The townspeople will surely appreciate it. Later, we'll find out from the newspaper what this led to. Praise be to the crippled god. I feel much better. Thank you, good doctor. I'll never forget your help. Ta-da. Meth! We can get meth! We have 200. Meth is expensive. Everything's expensive. Is there anything cheap? Nothing is cheap! Everything is expensive! Oh, I nearly pressed exit. Next! Fruit seller! Doctor, help me! This hernia is killing me! I can neither bend nor unbend. It's all because of my wife. She doesn't trust the port movers, so I'm carrying crates like a porter. I guess it's my destiny to be both a merchant and a worker in one person. Just divorce her, man. Merchant is a respected profession, and a posture twisted with pain does not flatter the status of a respected gentleman. The patient himself says that he has never been afraid of hard work, and it seems that the result of such zeal was not long in coming. Let's see what I can do. I can get money. It's not willpower that makes a man unbending. It's a herniated disc. How do you like them apples? How do you like them apples? Pineapples! Oh lord. I got confused by pineapples. One last tip. If you want to replay the week, open the book. Exit, replay. But remember, the first time is always special. Sometimes the most unexpected consequences give rise to the most interesting storylines. I have no medicine left. Good tutorial. Uh-oh. Lord. Oh lord, there's a lot going on. Good tutorial still. Well done. Too bad this fragrant Mister is leaving. Is there any way to make perfume out of him and spray this whole stinking city with it? Caw-caw. Oh, praise be to the fed god. I can stand up straight again. You are now always welcome in my shop, Doctor, and now it's time for me to get back to work. Ta-da! Complete the prologue and training, let's go! You've been the talk of the town lately, good sir. We're so glad you've come to visit us. I'll earn a lot of coins and become a healer like you. A troupe of fake actors tried to get into the city. A vigilant guard recently foiled an attempt by robbers to infiltrate the city by a remarkable display of ingenuity. He noticed a lutenist without 3 fingers among the troupe, and asked him to play. Realizing that they were exposed, the robbers tried to escape, but were captured and taken to the interrogation house. The hero of the story was promoted to the head of the guard and received a commendation from the burgomaster. The scientist doctor saves the poor quarter. The newly appointed scientist doctor of the city has developed a unique method of treating disease, better known as pneumonia. He has already successfully tested this technique on the first patients from the poor quarter, who are most often affected by this disease. We thank our doctor and wish him further success and breakthroughs in medicine. Nice. The Merchants Guild provides the infirmaries with fruit. Cohesion in hard times has always been a feature of the citizens of our glorious city. As a token of gratitude for his recovery, a respected merchant has decided to start supplying fruit to the city's infirmaries and health centres. Such a generous gesture on the part of the Merchants Guild has not been uncommon over the past few weeks. Sisters of Charity required. The city's main infirmary needs help. If you are a young and strong girl, not afraid of the sight of blood and other unpleasant fluids from the human body, then you are the right person for us. Also, please be advised that the city magistrate has ordered a pay rise for those dealing with the plague. Does that include me? I want a pay rise. Get hired as body collectors! We need people to help keep a large area clean, collecting the dead bodies of cats, dogs, rats, and larger animals. The work is not difficult, but it requires responsibility and some physical strength. All equipment, cart, hook, will be provided. Please contact the city cemetery management. Good decisions are made deliberately, the best ones intuitively, and the brilliant ones by accident. Which quarantine measure is better? It is with a heavy heart that I recognize the fact that the plague is taking more and more of our citizens. More and more good people continue to infect each other in markets, streets, and crowded places. The following measure is therefore being introduced. Require all residents to wear cloth bandages covering their mouths and noses when outdoors. Curfew is imposed. Those who walk after evening prayer must pay a fine of 100 coins to the city treasury. Prohibit the residents of the poor quarter from leaving their neighborhood. I think I'll prohibit the residents from leaving their neighborhood. Just keep them all in the same place. It's time to get acquainted with the book. It contains the results of edicts and recipes for brewing medicines. If you've earned coins, you can buy ingredients and whatnot. I'll get 4 of each. Control? Oh no, I don't have long. No! Ingredients are ruined. No, what do I do? No! This is why we got all the ingredients. I'm bad at minigame. This is why I'm bad at fishing in Stardew Valley. See if we can make one more. 1, 2, 3. Yippee! I only have 240 left. Oh. I'm sure you should read books. Anyway, we got 4 patients today. Greetings, I'm a local black meat dealer. The whole town knows me. I was transporting goods on my ship a week ago and got bitten on the ear by a lady. Don't ask me how it happened. Just help me. He's a slave trader. Patient is missing most of his right ear, and what remains has become infected. With great difficulty, he was persuaded to speak and admitted that one of his slaves had done this to him. The slave trader, having been drinking, tried to molest her, but she was not one to be intimidated, and, instead of the expected submission, bit off half his ear. It's what he gets. And then she accidentally fell overboard, added the slave trader at the end of his story. I don't want to cure him, but he gives me money! She could have taken a bite out of something else, Consider the fat guy lucky. True. I'm being chased by tooth clouds. I went the wrong way! Have a little aspirin. You should have bitten his penis! Oh lord. He deserves a little bit of suffering. At the bare minimum! Don't worry, sir. If an evil woman has bitten you, then someday a kind woman will bite you too. It's unfortunate that the ears don't grow back, but I'm glad the pain is over. If you need meat for surgical experiments, you're welcome. Blech. I'll, experiment on you, sir. I have plenty of this stuff. Experiment on you! We can't afford meth. We can afford morphine. Oh, poison. How about we just make more aspirin? Need leaf, then honey. I did it! Let's continue making aspirin. I'm getting better at making aspirin. I did it! I've got 5 aspirins. We should probably get the next patient. The owner of the bakery. I burned my ass! Everything went as usual in the morning. I made the dough, fired up the furnace. Suddenly I look at a huge fat rat. It fell off the shelf, squeaked so pitifully, and died. I was so scared and sat on the hot stove. Oh, she literally burnt her ass is grass. The poor woman has a terrible burn below her back and is in terrible pain. She says that several rats got into her bakery and for reasons unknown, they all died. She has 2 cats, which a mouse can't get through, but they didn't even dare to get close to the rats. Surprisingly, the lady is more worried about the dough left behind and her cats left unattended than her own health. Oh god, it's rolling pins! Great big long rolling pins! Have some aspirin. Can I overdose her? That was close. Not that I would want to overdose her, of course. Yippee! No, not so yippee. Overdose time. Oh no. You can't take more than 1 pill at a time. For real. Oh! I refuse to die to pretzels! For humans, the butt is the most important organ. It plays a significant role in both solving problems and seeking adventure. Very true. You're so valid for that, Birdo. With your help, good doctor, I feel much better. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to run. I'm afraid my cats will get into the dough again, and I have to get rid of the rats. Be gone, wench. The old housekeeper. It seems my time has come, but my master is a kind person and gave me money for my treatment. And here I am so glad I worked for him. Kind doctor, do you know what is wrong with me? The elderly woman complains of dizziness, nausea, and vomiting. Despite pain in her legs, she managed to make her way to the infirmary. Her master, who wishes her only good things for her years of loyal service to his family, forced the housekeeper to go to see the scientist doctor. The disease is in its early stages and the buboes have not yet appeared. There is every chance of curing the poor woman. Every life saved is a small victory over the devil. I'll try. What? Oh no. I forgot to jump! Have some drugs! I forgot to go that way. You gotta jump and move at the same time. And it is confusing. You're gonna die, old lady! I nearly forgot to jump. She's gonna die. Why would you trust me? She's not dead! Let's go! Whatever your health may be, woman, it will last until the end of your life. And that time has not yet come. I hope my lord will take me back when I am back on my feet. And I have already buried myself and said goodbye to these good people who gave me food and a roof over my head. Accept these coins on behalf of my good lord. I nearly killed you! Why is it control? That's just so awkward. Last guy. Chief of Guards. Hail and well met. I need a bit of the hair of the dog. Ugh, I feel like death warmed up. I'm never gonna drink like that again, and then hot. My old acquaintance of mine had recently been appointed to a new post for special merit, and for that reason he had been drinking heavily. His face has widened so much that his helmet is stuck down, and only his sad eyes are visible through the slits in the visor. The sour smell of cheap wine and sweat make it clear that the fun has been going on for days and it's time to stop. Though the knight himself realizes it perfectly well. Cure him of alcohol. Cure him of alcohol! This isn't curing him! This is hurting him! Am I gonna kill him? You can die of alcohol. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh lord. They're coming the other way. Oh lord. Oh no, you have one left. I killed him! Judging by the stench coming from our friend, he died a week ago. Just lower his visor already and let him go on drinking. Please. Make that at ease forever. Only one cure left. Never getting sober again. I'm sure you've got better things to do than help a drunk like me. Finally, those germ-filled bags have gone home. Another week is over. Well, tried. Good afternoon, Doctor. Nice to see you. Today's newspaper is free for you. Tell me, can you die from consumption? Well, the consumption's tuberculosis. Slaves will be plentiful. Oh, I should have killed that bastard. The Merchants Guild has proudly reported that it is providing all the needs of landowners and industrialists with labourers, and even the plague is not a hindrance to the transportation of slaves. This means that the grain harvest will be harvested on time and our glorious city will not need additional funds to buy flour. The money saved will be used to fight the plague epidemic. Difficult times create strong people. After recovering from a serious injury, the owner of the oldest bread shop organizes a free bread distribution in the poor quarter. The event takes place every Sunday near the Church of the Crippled God, where everyone receives a loaf of bread after the sermon. The magistrate would like to thank a kind woman for her help and support. She's giving people plague bread! Cure the old housekeeper. Hell, first successful treatment for the plague. Not long ago, the scientist doctor performed a most complicated procedure to cure the plague and succeeded. The infected woman was the housekeeper of a famous mister, which suggests that the plague is not a disease of the poor. Residents of the rich quarter are also at risk and must be sure to follow all restrictive measures. Remember, all of this is for your own good. Fifth attack in a week. The criminal group calling itself the Guild of the Poor continues to terrorize the city. Bold to the point of insolence, they attack well-to-do citizens in the streets, steal food from shops, and steal medicine from infirmaries. It seems that the desperate poor, unable to get help from the magistrate, have decided to take their own by force. The authorities strongly advise residents to avoid walking alone and to exercise extreme caution. Scary find at the meat market. The city guards sound the alarm. Human bones have been found in the refuse of the meat market, clean as if nibbled off. The Inquisition whispers of a cannibal butcher putting special meat into mincemeat. Hunger, ritual? Or does someone just think people are livestock? We continue to follow the investigation of the gruesome case. Is the fat man. Increasing the number of churchgoers during a plague epidemic increases the risk of infection among the townspeople. To reduce the risk of spreading the disease during sermons, the following measure is introduced. Cancel all sermons, allow parishioners only personal visits to the priest and brief memorial services, ban communion and handshakes, collect donations in basins filled with vinegar, divide the service into 2 or 3 stages depending on the total number of parishioners. Ban communion and handshakes. Collect donations in basins filled with vinegar. It wouldn't hurt to buy some ingredients and dust off our old distiller. I've already been distilling, bitch! Anyway, I think that'll do it for just now. That will do for just now. This has been a very fun game! And that's our first look at the Book of Plagues. Big thanks again to the developers and publisher for providing a key through Keymailer. Really appreciate the chance to check this out early. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think of the game so far. Would you survive the plague? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one!